Hello friends. Hi, welcome. It has been a minute since we've done a Sunday edition together. I think this is number 9. I'll show you my yoga mat has been completely taken over by this little one. Kike, say hi. She just was rolling herself up in it, and now she's taking a little nap in the sun. You want to play? Anyway, so I think this is number 9. It's been a minute and I've missed you guys. I apologize for the lapse of time. We had a lot of big life things happen. For instance, we live in Florida now. We moved, right, Kike? We had a crazy road trip, 1,000 miles, a little way across the country to get here. We have these stunning, look at that little palm tree, studio views, which we will get used to seeing. But yeah, we had kind of a wild summer, a super wild summer. And now it's August, and now here we are. We're getting a little bit settled into our new home and our new studio and etc. But it is so good to show up with you guys again. I'm really excited to move with you. I have needed this movement dearly. So we're gonna keep things really restorative today. Maybe you're like me and you've been moving outside a lot in the nicer weather. If where you live it's a little warmer, I've been going for a lot of walks and things like that and trying to spend time outside in the fresh air. So this Sunday edition, we're going to take our time. It's going to be restorative, so a lot of kind of slower, deep stretches. So we're going to do some hip openers, some hamstring stretches, some twists for the back and shoulders. But once we get set up in each move, we're not going to rush through it. We're going to kind of really take our time and allow ourselves to just be there, be in that move, and take some really deep breaths. I don't know, I find even myself when I'm trying to do any kind of mobility or recovery on my own, I rush through those moves. I actually recently have developed some heel issues. I don't want to call them heel spurs because I don't know that's what they officially are, but I need to do certain stretches and strengthen my ankles and work on my heels and my calves. And when I'm stretching by myself, I take 2 seconds and I'm like, okay, I'm done, ready to move on. But no, we're gonna kind of take our time here. We're going to allow ourselves to just slow down and just kind of stay in movement. So if you start to get a little bored or a little antsy, or you're like, oh my gosh, okay, I took 5 breaths, I'm done. And just see if you can challenge yourself to just kind of stay in that moment. Just give yourself permission to relax and not do anything else other than that particular move that we're working on. I think your body and your mind might really thank you for just taking that time and just slowing down, especially, always, but this time of year, if you do live in an area where it's a little warmer, we try to take advantage of that. And so we stuff a million things into our day and things can get a little crazy and a little overwhelming. So we'll just give ourselves permission to just kind of slow down in this little Sunday edition, whether you're doing this Sunday morning or later on, or if you're just grabbing this throughout the week when you need it. Wear something comfy. Find a comfy spot down on the floor if you need to steal your yoga mat back from your little fur baby. Look at this bat cat. I don't know how I'm gonna get my yoga mat back, but I'll try. Grab some water, or I'm still finishing my morning coffee actually. Whatever you need, take a second, get settled, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, I have to share my yoga mat space, so I'm just gonna make it work. We're gonna go ahead and start by bringing our knees as wide as the mat, toes come to touch together, and then you're just gonna Sit back on your heels and reach your hands forward, nice and easy. Nice and gentle and slow in your transitions today. And we're going to bring forehead down to the floor. And then maybe rock side to side, back and forth on each hip and each shoulder, just for a couple of seconds. Start to breathe deeper here. Nice slow inhale. And then a nice slow exhale. Good. And then we're going to be still just for a little while. So bring your forehead down to the floor. If that's not comfy, or if reaching your arms forward isn't comfy, instead you can bring your hands under your forehead. Take whatever adjustment you need to. And then we're going to be still here for 5 really deep breaths in and out. Okay, we're gonna stay here in this stretch for 5 more breaths. I know. But this time on your exhales, try to see if you can totally relax into this stretch. So obviously we're feeling this opening in the hips. We're stretching out the back, we're stretching out the shoulders. See if you can really notice that and try to let go each time you exhale. Amazing job. Now you're going to walk your hands over to the right. Bring the left hand on top. Bring your forehead back down. We're going to stretch out the left side. And we're going to turn our body, our torso towards the left. Look under your left arm slightly. Twisting a little there through the back, a little stretch for the lats. Go to the other side. So left hand over to the left, right hand on top. Stretching out right side. And then twist, look under your right arm, ribs shining towards the right side of your mat. Big breath in, fill your lungs up, feel that in your back, and then exhale. Bring your hands back out in front. Now this one can be a little tricky, so just go as far into this as it feels good. Those golfers are paid actors, by the way. We're going to keep our left hand on the floor, and we're going to extend right elbow up towards the sky, a little movement there, and then thread right arm underneath the left, coming onto your right shoulder. And guess what? We're going to stay down here for 5 cycles of breath. Close your eyes. On your exhale, try to relax into this twist. And then release. We're going to do the same thing other side. Left elbow comes up and then thread, arm underneath. 5 deep breaths. And then we're going to go ahead and slowly unwind. Walk our hands back up. Amazing job. All right, we're going to come to all fours. Spread your fingers wide. Try to bring your wrists about underneath shoulders, knees about underneath the hips. And then we're going to pull belly button up and in towards the spine. Inhale, drop your belly, tailbone comes up, look forward, pull your shoulders back. So try to really feel each little movement, pulling your shoulders back or feeling that stretch. We feel a stretch in the throat, in the abdominals, in the low back. Take 2 more deep breaths right here. And then on your exhale, starting with your tailbone, reverse this, rounding through the spine. Catch a wave through your spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. Big stretch for the back and back of the neck. Pull your belly button up and in. 2 more deep breaths here. And then let's go one more time. Inhale, drop your belly, shoulders pull back, so we're opening up in the chest. Breathe deeply. Feeling the skin of your belly kind of stretch a little as you fill your belly with air, and then exhale, reverse that, rounding through the spine, tucking chin to chest. Breathe deeply. And then go ahead and release that. Awesome job. We're gonna do our hip opener now. So we're gonna do a little variation on our version today, I guess, of one-legged pigeon. So go ahead and extend your right leg back behind you. Big breath in, exhale, nice and smooth. We're gonna bring that knee up in towards your chest. And then bring right foot over towards the left side of our mat, extending left leg long behind us. Now, I'm really tight in the hips today. So listen to your body. If you are like, I do this every day, and you want to come to a 90-degree angle with your leg, please, absolutely do. But we can kind of keep that foot towards the center a little bit to start. It's going to help us to get a little deeper into this stretch to start off, and extending that left leg maybe a little farther. We're not going to roll onto our right hip though. We're going to keep that stacked underneath us. So feel free, the longer you're here, you can inch that right foot out, but we're going to try to maintain this for a few deep breaths. So if it's easier or better for you to start here and you can maintain that the whole time, amazing. We're going to walk our hands, come onto your fingertips. We're going to walk our hands in line with our knee, pulling shoulders back. So we're up high here. 3 really deep breaths in and out. here if you like, kind of pulling back, a nice tall posture. Or maybe you start to come into a fold, whatever that looks like for you today. We're still gonna keep that hip right underneath us. You choose how far you wanna come into this fold. And when you get there, we're gonna take 5 nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. As you're ready, nice and easy, we're gonna make our way out of that just as we came into it. You can curl, I cannot talk now. Curl your left toes under, lift your left leg. That'll help us kind of guide that right knee back. Good grief, I got way too zenned out. And then we're gonna repeat on the other side. So from your table, you can lift left leg back behind you, guide that knee forward, kind of hold it up, squeeze it up for a second, and then over to the right, extending right leg back behind. So this side will be a little different. This hip for me is not quite as tight, but again, we might want to keep this narrow just to be able to maintain it, keeping that hip stacked underneath us. And you're ready, walk your hands back, come onto your fingertips here, kind of make a little tent with your hands and roll your shoulders back and down. 3 deep breaths in and out. Good, and then your choice if you want to move into a little bit of a fold. I've got a cat butt in my face. Right, Kike? You don't care. When you get there, 5 deep breaths in and out. And then as you're ready, slowly make your way back up. We're gonna curl right toes under, lift right leg, guide our left knee back. We're gonna swing our legs to one side, and we're gonna come through our seat again. We're gonna right away bring left foot in, and then right foot comes out. Right leg comes out. Toes pointed towards you, so we're active in that foot. Take a little bit of a wide placement of that right leg. And right away, you might start to feel all kinds of stretches. We're gonna try to sit up nice and tall, rolling shoulders back and down, guiding this knee down towards the floor, so we're getting a nice hip opening here. But we're gonna work on hamstrings just for a second. So as you're ready, reach right hand for right toes, or maybe ankle or shin is more comfortable for you. We just want to keep this leg fairly straight and feel a nice stretch in the back of it. So if we feel like our knee is getting a little uncomfortably locked out here, of course you can take a slight bend. We're going to stay up nice and tall through the chest and shoulders, so we're not collapsing yet. We're going to stay open. Breathe deeply here for 3 more cycles of breath. bring left hand to touch right shin, top of right shin. So we're starting to feel a little bit of a twist here. And now you're gonna draw this half circle or rainbow or half moon, whatever you like, with your left hand. Let your eyes follow, breathe deeply, guiding that left hand all the way down to the left hip. So we're opening in the chest and shoulder. And then back again, nice and slow. 2 more times like that. Breathe deeply, opening up in left shoulder, opening up in the chest. And then bringing it back, getting this awesome stretch through the back. 1 more time. And back again. And release. Awesome job. We're going to repeat all of that on the other side. So take a second, get yourself situated. We're going to go ahead and tuck right foot up. Left leg comes out, toes pointed towards you. And when you're ready, go ahead and reach left hand for left leg or left foot. Woo! And now this leg is a lot tighter. Yikes. So funny how different our body is from left to right. And the more you work on flexibility and the more time you take for restorative movement like this, the more you start to realize it. 3 more deep breaths here. Incorporate that arm, right hand comes to left leg, starting with this slight twist, and then go ahead and draw your half circle, letting your eyes follow. Try to slow down here. You might be tempted to just kind of quickly move through this. Let's see if we can slow it down and really feel that stretch in the back. And then as we draw this half circle, feel that opening in the chest. Try to make our movements smooth. 1 more time. Awesome. And then go ahead and release that. All right. We're gonna transition down to the floor. I lost Kike. I did not kick her out, let it be known. She was under the illusion she was gonna get fed, so she ran away. So, we're gonna come down to the floor. You can use a pillow if you like. I have my little yoga pillow here for my head to support my neck. We're just gonna do a couple of twists here, which are some of my absolute favorites. So the first one we're gonna do, we're just going to cross a left leg over the right. So just like you're crossing your legs, you're sitting down, crossing your legs, and then we're gonna lift our hips up and kind of walk them over to the left side of our mat a little bit. And then we're gonna let everything drop over to the right. Oh my goodness, oh my hips. Breathe deeply here. You can do whatever you like with your hands. If you want your hands down by your side, palm face down, maybe palm face up, or maybe you want to bring them like, cactus arms. Clearly that's going to help open up a little more in our shoulders, which I need right now. Whatever you like here, we're going to take 3 more deep breaths in and out. Amazing. And then we're gonna nice and easy unwind, and we're gonna take take it right to the other side. So crossing right leg over the left, lift your hips up over towards the right a little bit. I'm coming off my mat, that's okay. Take up a little bit of space and then drop knees over to the left. Oh my goodness. My hips need this today. Choose wherever you want your arms to be. Maybe we close our eyes here. Feeling that big stretch in the right hip through the back. Take 3 more cycles of breath, nice and slow. Amazing. And then go ahead and come out of that hikike. Oh, she chose the chair now. She's done with my mat. We're going to do another twist. So go ahead and bring your knees up, hug them up to your chest. If you want, you can kind of rock left to right here for a second. Maybe we rotate our ankles one way and then the other. Little ankle love, little ankle mobility, and a little lower back massage here. And then we're gonna take right hand to the outside of your left leg. We're gonna guide both knees over, towards the right. Take your left arm, bring it out by your side, palm face down, and try to pull your shoulder to touch the floor, down to touch the floor. If that is very uncomfortable, you can do palm face up, and then your shoulder will be up off the ground a little bit. So just depending on what you need in the shoulder today. I'm gonna turn onto my left ear, so I'm looking at my left hand. Big spinal twist from back to hip, holding on to your left knee with your right hand. If you have the space and you want, you can straighten that top leg. You can kind of kick that out if that feels good. Otherwise, you can keep your legs bent. Close your eyes and 5 really slow, deep breaths in and out. Try to relax on your exhale. And then we'll gently open our eyes. If they were closed, we're gonna go ahead and guide our knees up together. Bring them through center. Another little lower back massage on the way, and then over to the left. So we're just gonna repeat on this side. Coming onto right ear to look towards right hand with palm either face down, pressing down with shoulder pressing into the floor, or palm face up. 5 deep breaths for this side. And then when you're ready, we'll gently bring knees back to center, feet flat on the floor. Bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees come wide here. Hands can rest on your belly or your hip creases or down by your side, maybe palm face up this time if we've been doing palm face down. This will be our last move for today. Very restorative, very relaxing, gentle hip opener. You can rock your head left to right if that feels good. A little extra movement for the neck. And then when you're ready, just go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to take 5 more deep breaths together. We're going to try to make them the deepest breaths we've taken yet, but just nice and slow. That's the key. Try to slowly fill your belly, and then as you exhale, try to relax a little more into this. So if you feel like you're kind of holding a little tight, maybe in your hips or your legs or even your face, your jaw maybe, or your shoulders, try to relax something on your exhale. Okay, we'll begin. 5 deep breaths in and out. As you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes if they were closed. We'll bring our knees together and then we'll swing them to one side and we'll gently press up to a seat. You can fix your hair if you need to. You can make whatever adjustments you need to. We're just gonna sit up tall for a second, rolling shoulders back and down, and just see how we feel. Hopefully a little less tense than maybe when we started. I definitely feel a little more stretchy, a little more flexy, a little less tight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It is so good to move with you again in this Sunday edition. I fully plan and hope to get onto a more regular schedule with content for this for you. So thank you so much for being patient with me, and thank you for joining me today. I'll see you guys next time. Much love. Go drink some water and enjoy the rest of your day.